Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquickums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Lords of Xulima. This is episode 62. We are focusing on it here on Focus Fridays, at least for this week. I might do it every Friday. I don't know. I don't plan to, but maybe it's something I'll actually hop into, get behind, because I really want to play this game through and see the end of it. So I'm eager to see what happens and how it progresses. This is one of the top 10 games that I've played so far this year. So I'm really, well, actually I think in the last 2 years, so I'm really enjoying it. And I want to actually spend a bit more time on it and in it and such. So, that being said, I will continue. Additionally, I found something cool. We're going to hop in and travel up here, the 8 hours that we need to. We're not tremendously flush on food right now, which kind of sucks a little bit, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, well, considering the fog of war isn't much further out, it doesn't look like I've actually been here yet. Attention, this is a very dangerous area. Nobody has ever ventured beyond this point and returned to tell the tale. We'll do that in a minute, guys. Before I head out, I want to tell you something I found really cool. I got this game quite a long time ago when it was still in beta, and I've done some coverage of it, and I seem to be the definitive... I don't want to say I'm the best player at it, because I know for a fact I'm not, but I seem to have the #1 slot for the LP and such for the searches, which is cool. You know, it's interesting. I like it. I really got behind the game and started playing it early on, and I think that's what helped a lot. I say that to say this. I haven't checked back with the developer, I haven't looked at their website or anything, really. I've just been kind of seeing how things have changed and progressing and learning on my own. I'm really enjoying the game, and it's not that I'm not behind the developer or anything else. I mean, I'm really grateful to them. But I finally decided to go back and check it out a little bit and just see stuff, because I needed to get some more art assets since I lost what I had before. So you'll notice that there's going to be some new thumbnails and new pictures posted for these episodes. It's because I lost my old one. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. So I went to their website, and it showed what does the press have to say about Lords of Xulima, and it showed various different ones. I can't remember the names, but they showed various different magazines or online blogs or whatever the case are, that do reviews of games. It showed several of those. And then it showed 1 or 2 international ones, and then it said, here's what the community thought, and then it showed a not very in-depth, but just a playthrough with no commentary, and there was a link there, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then there's one that said extensive, with commentary, Lords of Xulima, full Let's Play or whatever. I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, I bet they picked someone to do it. I wonder who they picked. And I clicked it, it was me! It was me! I'm actually the one that they have on their website, linked to my, my Let's Play, so that was really cool for me to see, so... Shout out to Numantian Games for their awesomeness. I love it a lot. Alright, you're on the vast Geldra Glacier. In front of you lies a giant frozen lake surrounded by icy mountains. The ice is so clear that you can see liquid water running several meters deep below the glacier. It is extremely cold, and gusts of wind seem to freeze your bones as they roll through the party. Alright, so this is going to be kind of like it was at Vilac, where we're going to get frost damage or cold attacks done to us at every so many seconds or intervals here. It's going to be quite unpleasant. Oh wow, these are actually quite a bit more nasty than I remember. And we're losing tons and tons of food from this, and this guy doesn't even have anything for us. It's not great. So we're going to actually have to leave this place. There's no way we can survive here. As you see, we're already almost starving to death. So this is definitely not the play. Alright, so we're going to travel back. That was not the play. Unfortunately, I should have probably done some research on that myself, i.e. checked it out before starting this episode. But wow, oh yeah, the 8-hour travel time. But I figured it would be okay to show it off to you guys, because I mean, if you were playing yourselves, you might do the same thing, but most people would reload at that point. I believe there is an Iron Man setting for this, so maybe some of you wouldn't have reloaded, and if you're checking out the game at any point to see where you're stuck or lost, well, I'm probably not the best person to do that, because I seem to be moving quite slowly overall. But that's okay. That's okay.
No, it's not okay. You should never be stuck. You're showing this off. You should be amazing at the game.
This is true, I should be, but sadly I'm not. I'm okay at the game. Holy crap, that's a lot of enemies. Let's kill them. Now this might be a little bit more challenging. I believe our chance to evade is lowered by the food problem. Oh, our action modifier is -43. I don't know what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds really bad. Alright, well, let's hope it doesn't affect us too negatively. Well, that doesn't seem super great. Alright, well, it looks like we can still land nasty shots on these guys. I'm curious as to how we missed that last one. Alright, well, we're going to use a fireball to remove a few people, or at least hurt a few people. Alright, I think we can get rid of you. I'm okay with that. Shiny Bob says we'll get rid of you as well. And we'll go, wow, we are way faster than these guys now. These guys used to be so much quicker than us. It's weird to see now. Alright, so they moved, and this one's going to take a shot at Bumpy. I'm totally okay with that. I'm actually going to try a smack there. Didn't get it. We're so much quicker than they are. I guess our stat updates and everything else that we've been throwing out have actually been paying off. Doesn't always seem like it, but it seems like it now. It certainly seems like it now. Alright. Finish you off. We'll finish you off. And really, we took almost no damage. They only attacked once, which was crazy. 388, not a tremendously huge amount. So, it is what it is. Well, that was good. That was good. It was nice to see that we are actually way more powerful than some of our earlier Nemesi. Alright, we're going to go to Nabros. We're going to go on a food run, guys. I know, not the most exciting or compelling stuff to do. But it is simply what it is. And it is always raining in Nabros. Alright, let's see. What was the best path? I'm sure I had one. But again, it has been quite a little bit of time since I last endeavored into Lords of Xulima before today and Focus Fridays. So there's going to be a little bit of, I don't want to say miscommunication, but a little bit of a lack of efficiency, if you want to give it that title, that name, that phrasing. Because, well, quite frankly, again, I may have forgotten some of the things that I once knew. I still know the rough layout of the different areas. I know where there are most of the food, but, like, the areas where the food are, I guess I should say it that way. I know where most of the food areas are, just not sure where every piece of food is at in those areas. So again, from an efficiency standpoint, probably not going to be super duper efficient. However, probably efficient enough to make this still worthwhile. And we need to be in this area anyway. We may head back to Velagarn, do some cereal plant collection, because I know you guys really enjoy that. That is one of your favorite things to see me do. So we'll do some cereal plant collection, and then we'll head back over here, and we'll head down, and we'll try to battle the Ulamon guard, or whatever the thing is. I don't remember exactly what his name is, but something along those lines. And, well, we'll hope that we can actually defeat him, and make him weep openly and cry like a little baby. I'm very tempted to see if we can't run all the way down here while buffed up from Velagarn, just to give us a slight edge. Now, if I'm not wrong, which I sometimes am, not often, I'm not usually super wrong, but it does happen, and I suppose when I'm guessing about games, it happens more often than not. So, no, I don't know. I still think I'm right more than I'm wrong. Anyway, doesn't matter. If I'm not wrong, I believe the Ulamon Guardian guy, I believe he is immune to magic. Which means that Bumpy is going to be more or less completely negated, or at least significantly negated, or much more, I don't know, much more worthless, much less useful. I don't know. It's not going to be great, though. So Bumpy, not going to be the end-all, be-all, super powerful guy. It's going to be all about the physical damage that we can do at that point. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Alright, again, if we're going for maximum efficiency, I wouldn't exactly follow my path. I think I've done pretty decent so far. There hasn't been a whole massive ton of backtracking and counter-looping and whatnot, but I still feel like this has not been the most efficient gathering of food yet. It's when we get over into this area that I start to question. Like, was there food up here? No, there wasn't. So there, that was the first real backtrack. Alright, actually the whole thing was a backtrack, so from that point we should have just gone left over here, guys. I apologize. Again, I'm trying to recall. I'm trying to remember. But we'll get through it, we'll have food, and we'll be able to actually do what it is that we need to do. And then you all can be like, I'm proud of you. And I'll be like, yay! And you'll be like, yeah, it'll be good. So, that's the plan, the goal, the hope, of the dream. Aw, we missed one over there. Boo. Alright, well... Short of that, I mean, that's actually not so bad. I may... Oops. Oh, that didn't let me go through. I may actually go back to the teleport stone thingy, the gateway, and teleport to Velagarn, and then go from there, gather up some more food. So, I mean, we're going to need to head to Velagarn anyway. 3 days of food, not quite enough to carry the day, unfortunately. So, it is simply what it is. I'm not sure how in the world we're ever going to deal with that frosty place. That thing seemed really nasty. Alright, so we're going to go over here to the teleporter. That's the play, and there it is. And we're going to go to Velagarn. To Velagarn and beyond. I don't know about beyond, but we're going to Velagarn at least. There's still a few other places that we can gather food. We can gather food from the giant tree forest that we had south of Cunavarn. That wouldn't have been a terrible choice. There's still a few places, a few things that we could have utilized. So I'm not totally saddened by any of this. I feel like this is an awful long way to run to get one singular piece of food. But if you take a look, we're not losing much because we're staying on the road. So it actually was worth it, though it did seem like it was way, way, way far out of our way. Additionally, since we're now back into town, we're also in a pretty good spot here, because I don't believe when you're in town you lose any food. And if indeed I am correct in that thinking, that means that we are, well, just benefiting directly here. I know, guys, you thought I would never have to do this again. I thought the same thing, but apparently the struggle to keep ourselves fed is a little bit more troubling than I gave it credit for. And I figured once we could start farming out food and we would gain a little bit more strength, a little bit more power over and over and over again, that this would not be a thing that we ever had to do again. Unfortunately, as you guys noticed and see right before your very eyes, that is not the case. I still need to stock up on cereal plants. I do have a lot of things that I just simply don't use in my inventory, and I need to probably utilize them a bit more often. People have said, you know, you're carrying all this extra weight around that you don't need to carry around. And it makes it a little bit more difficult because you encumber yourself when you go out and you do battles and such. Once you start getting some equipment and whatnot. And that's true. That is a very true statement. So yeah, I'm not being super efficient with the amount of scrolls, the amount of potions, and just various things that I carry around that I never use. Could definitely use those better, utilize them a little bit better. So if I'm not going to use them, I should sell them. I would agree with all these things, but I always feel... Again, it's one of my curses when I play games. There's certain games that you simply can't use items foolishly or frivolously. Sorry guys, that's a word that I occasionally struggle with. Frivolously. So I get into that mode where, alright, if I use it now, it's going to be wasted. Alright, I need to use this only at a specific time. And seeing how the food struggles are and everything else, I figure that this game would be very, very much like that, and I need to hold on to them for the longest periods of time that I can, and only use them in the most emergency-esque type situations. But that's not really the case, and it is starting to become a problem, because I have so many of those extra potions, those extra scrolls, and granted they're not heavy in and of themselves, but the fact that I have thousands of them, or it's not thousands, but dozens of them just sitting in my inventory that I'm probably never going to use, not super useful. So I would agree, probably a better idea to sell them. So that's something that I may do. Alright, I think we've gathered up all the food that we can. We have 5 days of food, and with 5 days of food, that is actually quite a lot of weight to carry around too. That's another thing. Getting full food and having all these extra stuff, all this extra stuff in our inventory, not the best plan. It's, as I would say, not the play. Definitely not the play. Alright, we're going to go rest at the inn. Then we're going to go buff ourselves up. We're going to buff us up. And then we're going to go down and we're going to fight the Guardian of Death. I don't know. We're going to fight the Ulaman Guardian and hope that it works. We'll see, though. Alright, I need spiritual help. I would like to receive a blessing. Alright, we'll do that. I don't require healing, sorry. Nalia, what do you offer? 5 agility points, we'll take that. Let's see, I think that was the same one I just did like a fool. Alright, who do we have? Taliot here. 5 speed, we'll go with that. Kursket is going to be Constitution. I will take that as well. Valvet, 5 Strength. Of course, we'll take that. Who else? What else? For Brett, it's going to be what? Resistances? Sure. I suppose we can do that. And Raznet is going to be Evasion. And then Golot is only going to be Experience. I'm not really looking to farm experience at this point, so that is not going to be what I do. And we're going to travel by foot and hope that this lasts long enough. Alright. Oh, it's 23 hours. Ooh, that's not bad. We should be able to make it there with all of the blessings. Unless I'm 100% incorrect in my planning here. It should be the play. And as long as we stay on the roads, it's going to benefit us too, because right now we still have, what, like 22 hours and some change? Oh yeah. So this is fine. This is more than fine. We should be able to easily make it into the position to do battle with the giant nasty at the end of this. I thought the blessings only lasted for 8 hours. It seems like they last for a full 24. I don't know if that's changed over time or if I just am recalling incorrectly, because I didn't use that many blessings over the course of the game, which could be why I'm struggling as much as I am. Alright, well, that's actually open too. I don't know where that leads, but we're going to come over and do what we came to do. And it still says challenging, which to me is terrifying, because that probably means we're going to get wrecked. Well, we'll give it a shot and we'll see. If we lose here, guys, it's fine. I did a quick save right beforehand. And I'm pretty sure we've already utilized the item. Kursket's hammer probably already got used, I would assume. That's just my guess. Is there anything that's going to be super useful that I'm going to be able to use eventually? I guess Divine Prayer, Regeneration, stuff like that. I can use that from Bumpy, because he's going to be completely useless this fight. Alright, so that's going to be the play. We're going to use our Powerful Strike, and we're going to lay into him. We actually did a significantly huge amount of damage. He's got 1,000 health, though. He's immune to the cold attacks. That's okay. Alright, so Bumpy can't do anything right now. It looks like our speed is through the roof, too, which is awesome. Super awesome. Alright, we can't use that. We don't need any of those. Alright, I want to say Divine Armor up on Shiny Bob, maybe. And it's his turn. We'll smack him with that. Immune to fire. That's okay. Probably immune to poison, too. Yeah, so we don't need to use his poison attacks. We'll throw out another big hit. And we're 100% guaranteed to hit him. Rocks thrown all about us. Not super great. That was actually a little bit painful and unsatisfying. We're going to use some more magic items. We're going to go with, we can mend bleeding or cure wounds. Cures up to 10 wounds. We can do that right now on him. Shiny Bob's turn again. And another smack there. Critical hit. Very nicely done. Throw out another one of these. And he's down to 600 health. Alright, we're hanging in there. The wounds are real, though, and that's going to be where it starts to stack up and become a problem. It does seem to increase our damage, too, a little bit when we use that. Alright, at this point, I'm going to throw this out, since we don't do a tremendous amount of damage with Shiny Bob. We'll make sure everybody stays as healed as possible. Throw out another big hit. Oh, and another beautiful crit. We're bringing in the crits with Kalark right now. We're out of mana with him. And it looks like we can probably utilize another one of our magic items. Another Cure Wounds. This time we're going to throw it out on her again. We can probably go with him. Let's go with her. She's got the next attack. Throw it out, 19 damage. Alright, that's not great. We'll throw out the attack again. Not super impressive right now. We're going to go down here to magic items, and we'll Cure Wounds too. And this time we'll throw it out on Kalark, because we want Kalark to be able to do massive quantities of damage. He is down to 435. We're not doing as much damage as I'd like to see right now. But again, that's okay. Do a little bit more there. The wounds are real. Oh, it looks like we defended with Mutana. Mutana like a boss, just hanging in there and doing stuff. Do a little bit more damage. A little bit more damage again. Oh, and another critical hit. He's just every time landing them crits. What is going on? Alright, magic items at this point. We're going to use regeneration on Galen. Let him start restoring a little bit of health, since he seems to be out of range of the AoE heal. Another big hit. It looks like we're going to be okay. It looks like we're going to be okay. We'll throw out another AoE heal. We're going to get hit by all of the rocks once again. Galen's going to throw his little piddly attack in there. Did we get another crit? We got another crit, ladies and gentlemen. We are just destroying this guy on the crit chance alone. Throw out another decent attack. 31 damage done. And, oh, we deflected the attacks. This is sweet, sweet, nice style. There's no chance. He's got no way of killing all of us. Oh, you're going to throw out a little baby attack with Bumpy. Didn't work. It's okay. And we set, oh, the first crit miss. I don't think we have enough to kill him before he swings again, but that's okay. We can rest a full day, and I'm totally fine with that. If you guys want to see, it literally does nothing. Oh, I'm totally wrong. Okay, apparently earth attacks do something. So there you go, guys. If you have a mage in your party, I'm glad I tried that, but if you have a mage in your party, earth attacks, stone arrow, apparently whatever that was, meteor or meteorite, those will actually hit him. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I tried all my other spells before, and they didn't work. So there you go. We just learned at the last possible second that Bumpy was not as useless as I thought he was. So there you go, guys. There you have it. So I've defeated something that I've been dreading trying to fight for a very, very long period of time, and cool. Very cool. Alright, it looks like we gained a level up on Chimera and Galen. Let's rest first, and then we'll go and level everybody up. We'll rest everyone up to full, and there it is. We're going to come over here and gather up some unidentified glovies. And what do we have over here? It looks like some sort of breastplate that is cloth and unidentified, and a healing potion, ironically enough. Alright. So, let's go to Galen here, and we're going to give him some more strength and a little bit more constitution, because his health is still a little bit low. It's getting better, though. He's almost to the point where that's fine. Alright, and Venom Strike needs to continue to increase. And additionally... we do Knowledge of Herbs. Alright, I think I'm going to do Knowledge of Terrains, and I think I'm going to do Fast Reflexes, and that's going to be my play with Galen. Alright, we're going to go to Chimera, and we're going to go here, and we're going to take a look. Crossbows, alright. I know eventually I'm probably going to need to put some armor on her, but for now, we're just going to skip it. We're going to give her another point in Perception. So we are very perceptive. Sure, Aim Strike, 10, fine. Alright, lockpicking and trap disarming. I think we're going to go with trap disarming again. Mercantilism, sure. Mercantilism. Alright, there we go. Oh, wait, we got to get the points out. Alright, there we go. 1 into strength again, and I suppose we can do 1 into energy. That's not terrible. We'll need to up her constitution at some point as well. Alright, let's take a look. We have 211, 278, 194, 226, 151, and 163. So she's actually the lowest health person right now. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, so that worked out quite nicely, actually. That was way better than I was anticipating, and it looks like we can continue on further if we wanted to. I don't want to go to Veriskel just yet. No, stop it. I want to go see what's beyond this gateway down to the southeast of us, so I'm going to go check that out, and then once I know, then we'll decide what to do. It's also pretty close to time to break off the episode. So, there is that. Alright, oh, looks like there's some cool stuff over here. These shrooms will not be a big issue for us. Sure, they might be mildly inconvenient and somewhat annoying, but as you guys see, our speed is starting to really, really come together. Plus, I believe we're still buffed up with all... yeah, we're buffed up with all the blessings and such, so... it's looking pretty darn good. Alright, we're going to go after you. And I was hoping to actually be able to finish you off straight up. Not quite enough on either front. Not quite enough there. We're going to use the fireball skill right on top of you, and there we go. Galen's going to go here, and we're going to finish you off. Or so I thought. Well, let's make sure he doesn't cast, and he didn't. We'll get rid of him as well, and we'll start laying into these guys on the sides. Little baby damage, not going to be super impressive. Again, we don't even need to really do much at this point. Just finish these guys off with basic auto attacks, and we'll be fine. Shiny Bob with the stun, Calark with the kill. Simple and easy, guys. And we got some more fluffy balls. We got some fluffy balls that we're going to bring back with us to sell because, Oh, we leveled up off of that too with Mutanot. Good. Let's see what Mutanot's got to offer here. Alright, strength, of course. We're going to go with another point in agility. Alright, we're going to go with that. Probably going to do tactics, but don't know yet. I'm going to do one more in armor. I realize that we're probably flush with armor and we don't need any more, but it is what it is. Stunning Strike might not be terrible. Getting that, I'll consider it later down the road, but for now, I like what we have. Fast Reflexes, really good. Immunity, eventually, maybe. Bodybuilding, I think I'm going to go with, was it Tactics? It was Tactics. Let's get rid of this then. Let's go back up here and get Tactics. And then I suppose we'll get Immunity, because we can. And because we care. And there it is. Boom. So the remaining people to level are, as always, Shiny Bob and Bumpy. Though Bumpy is definitely starting to leave Shiny Bob in the lurch. Leaving him behind. Getting away. Ooh, unidentified. A couple thingies there. Okay, we can totally handle that. And another identified thingy. So stuff is looking pretty darn good right now, folks. I think we are finally on the right track. Probably could have done that a little bit earlier. Seeing how... I want to say easy. It wasn't that easy, honestly. There's some ravens, really. This whole area seems pathetic right now. I'm not going to lie. It's okay. 2 attacks. And actually, it's going to take more than 2. Whoa, that did way more damage than I was going to give it credit for. Alright, well, let me see if I can hit you with a rock arrow. Wow, look at those things. They're actually doing some work. Ouch. Not fun, man. Definitely not fun. Alright, you got deflected, and you're dead. Boom. Get wrecked. And it looks like, yeah, some unidentified stuff. Probably not going to be worth anything as far as to be used. We can sell it, of course, as vendor food, but short of that, meh. And we got 1 food out of the whole ordeal as well. Alright, we're going to gather up these little eggy eggs. And then we are going to probably break off the episode at this point, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we are on track again. We have found our way to doing something else. So I'm going to break it off right here. I'll be back in just a bit for another episode on Focus Fridays of Lords of Xulima. Until then, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.